Okay, welcome to cornykeg.com. Today we're going to talk about the most common call we get, and that is we'll get a call from people or an email saying they've got their kegs and there's a leak around the lid, or the keg's not holding pressure. This is the most common troubleshooting call that we'll get, and it's really relatively easy to fix. Keep in mind that when you get your kegs from us, they have been pressure checked. So when they leave our facility, they have actually been put under pressure and checked for leaks. So they should hold pressure. So anyway, this is what will happen though. We want to show you when you're doing this. It's what you're going to need is a bottle of water, of soapy water. It's important that you have that. Anything will do. You can use, just dishwashing detergent, in a bottle with some water. But that way you can spray it around all the connections, and you can spot a leak. This is what it looks like. Just to show you here, that right there is what you'll see when you spray that lid with soapy water. You see those bubbles. If you're getting a leak around the lid, you'll see those bubbles form. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you the process that we go through if we've got a leaky lid like that. So depressurize the keg. Notice you're just pushing down on the gas fitting with a screwdriver or knife. Take the lid out of the keg. Inspect the O-ring. Again, you should get a new O-ring from us, but possible that there's a blemish in the O-ring, whatever. But just look at the O-ring, make sure the O-ring's good. Put it back on the lid. Now, if you have some food-grade lubrication, it's really important to go ahead and lubricate that O-ring at this point. If you don't have food-grade lubrication, just a little water, wet it down. A little water even helps. So now you've put the lid back into the keg. So what you're going to want to do now is pressurize it. Pressurize the tank. Put a little pressure in there. Take your soapy water and spray around the lid. If you don't see any bubbles, you're good to go. Now, if you're getting bubbles like you just saw previously, you can actually move that lid just as we're doing here. Now, what's important to know is these kegs from Coke or Pepsi, wherever, have been in circulation for a lot of years. It might not have the original lid. It really shouldn't matter. These lids are meant to be interchangeable. But what we have found after doing thousands of these things is there is a sweet spot for a lot of these things. So if you spray your top and you're getting bubbles, just do what we're doing here. Move that lid around a little bit, and it'll find a sweet spot, and that should take care of the problem. The other thing you can do is charge that keg with about 30 or 40 psi to start. A lot of times that will allow that O-ring to take a set, and then you can bleed the air off, and then put the pressure back in what you want, 5, 7, 10 pounds, whatever. So those are the steps we go through. Probably the most important thing, just have some soapy water. You can, not only the lid, you can spray the fittings. If you think you've got a leak somewhere, spray the fittings, spray around the fittings. That soapy water is a good way to detect a leak. And as always, we guarantee the keg. If you cannot get it to seal for whatever reason, we will either refund your money or replace that keg or send you a new seal, but we'll work with you to make sure you're happy with your kegs. So that's it. If you have any questions, give us a call, email us, but that's the easy way to troubleshoot your keg and get your keg to seal.